All right, going to be dealing with just a little bit of tidal flooding this evening. In fact, in Sussex and Kent County, Delaware, we're at high tide right now. And with this high tide, we can see just about half a foot of inundation, so just minor coastal flooding over there. We're going to be entering high tide after midnight for Dorchester, Wycomico, and Somerset County. So there's a coastal flood warning in effect until 6 a.m. There could be about 1 to maybe 2 feet of inundation during the high tide cycle tonight. And then down to Accomack County, a coastal flood advisory in effect until 4 a.m. Some areas could see up to a foot of inundation during the high tide tonight. But overall, marine conditions have been improving ever since Aaron departed the region. No small craft advisories are in place for Sunday along our watersides. It could be a little bit of a breeze, maybe up to 10, maybe 15 knots at times. Wave heights by the Atlantic will be around 4 to 6 feet, but there's still going to be a high risk for rip currents along our beach towns for tomorrow with long swell periods at around 10 to maybe 11 seconds. So dangerous swimming conditions will still be in place, but luckily I'm thinking that the rip current situation should subside at least a little bit going into Monday. We'll definitely watch it. It's going to be nice tonight. We've got temperatures in the 60s right now, and I think generally everyone's going to stay in the 60s for those low temperatures, so not as cool as what we saw last night. We got a few clouds streaming on in. No precipitation with these clouds. We do note a little cluster of thunderstorm activity in Western Virginia, and that's kind of all ahead of a cold front that's going to be slicing through the peninsula Monday morning. That's going to be bringing in some cooler temperatures later this week, and maybe a slight chance for a rain shower, maybe a thunderstorm Sunday into Monday. We'll time that out with Futurecast. And then we got an area of low pressure that's going to be passing to our south and east, but that's what's going to be bringing in at least a little bit of extra cloud cover for tomorrow and maybe the chance for a stray shower out there. It's not going to be a big deal, but the threat will be there nonetheless. Should give way to a bit more sunshine by the afternoon, so it's really not that bad of a day. But again, a chance for maybe a stray shower during the day. Maybe these banded clouds Sunday night could produce a shower as well. But yeah, get the overall picture. It's not a big deal. But by the hours of 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Monday, that's when the actual cold front's going to be moving through. And I know Futurecast isn't overly enthusiastic with the pop-up shower or a quick thunderstorm, but I do think that will be possible given it's going to be a bit humid ahead of that front on Monday. It's not anything oppressive, but it will be noticeable. And then in the wake of that cold front, check this out. The humidity will be tanking. It's going to feel really comfortable out there. So a little bit of a fall tease. Temperatures a bit more akin to mid to late September with dropping dew points, as I mentioned. And even going into Labor Day weekend, it does look like through this time period, overall, the general theme is going to be for below average temperatures. A lot of days spent in the 70s, nighttime lows in the 50s as well. So it's going to feel pretty comfortable out there if you like the cooler weather with low humidity values. This is going to be the pattern for you. Tonight, we'll drop into the 60s, so seasonable for this time of the year with a partly cloudy sky out there. Going into the day tomorrow, feature a good amount of sunshine mixed with some clouds. Temperatures will be in the lower to mid 80s, and this will be some of the warmest temperatures we will see over the next few days. Same thing with Monday. And again, there could be that chance for a stray shower or two, but other than that, it's really not that big of a deal. And same thing on Monday. It's generally going to be a mostly sunny sky, a high temperature of 85 degrees. And then check out what happens with our temperatures. 80 on Tuesday, 77 on Wednesday, nighttime lows into the 50s, lowered 50s, maybe a few upper 40s for Thursday morning, and then going into Labor Day weekend, weather looking really great.